Morning, boys and girls. I hope everyone had a great weekend and was able to get out and enjoy some of that nice weather. You'll want to be checking your assignments because there are new assignments for this week. And so with the math, I'm going to do a YouTube video 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then I'll assign a little worksheet on your Google Docs under math so that I can see that you're understanding it. All right. So today we're going to talk about adding mixed numbers. And you know that a mixed number is a whole number plus a fraction. So today we're going to be adding those. And so if we look at this one, we have 3 and 3/12 plus 6 and 8/12. So the two whole numbers are 3 plus 6, and we know that is 9. And then the two fractions we're going to add are 3/12 plus 8/12. Well, if you add 3 plus 8, we know that is 11. And of course, the denominator stays the same. So our answer is 9 and 11/12. Okay, so that one was fairly easy because we didn't have to change up anything. So let's try another one of these. Make sure you're getting it. So, pardon my makeshift board here. Okay, so let's try 5 as our whole number and 4/10 plus 4 and 2/10. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. All right, so we're going to add our whole numbers. 5 plus 4 is 9. Then we're going to add up our fractions. 4/10 plus 2/10 we know is 6/10. Okay, and you can reduce the fraction if you can. So remember, to reduce, you have to find a number, the same number that can go into 6 and 10, and the lowest number that can go into both of those. So I believe it's 2. Let's see if that works. So you're going to divide the numerator and the denominator by 2. So 6 divided by 2, of course, is 3. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. And we'll bring over the whole number. So that is in its lowest terms, 9 and 3/5. Okay, so now we're going to add a little curveball to this. So now we have 1 and 3/4 plus 2 and 3/4. So this is what it looks like. 1 whole plus 3/4 plus 2 wholes and 3/4. Okay, so what we do is we can add the whole numbers. 1 plus 2 is 3 wholes. And now we can add the fractions. 3/4 plus 3/4 is 6/4. Okay, but remember we call that an improper fraction. So what we want to do is we want to change this. Well, 6/4, remember 4/4 is 1 whole. Any number over itself is 1 whole. So if we can take 4/4 out of there and add it to the 3, it will equal 4. And what's left over from this fraction? We took 4/4 from it, so 6 minus 4 is 2, and then the denominator stays the same. And we can always reduce that to 2/4. We know 2 can go into 2, and 2 can go into 4, so 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4 divided by 2 is 2. So that is the mixed number in its lowest form. Okay, and then if you just look at this, we have 3 wholes, so there's our 3 wholes, and to make that a whole, we need 1 more fourth. So we can take one of these fourths and put it over there to get 4 wholes, and what's left here? 2/4. Okay, so let's try another one. And from here on in, anytime we do a math YouTube video, you want to bring a piece of paper with you so that you can be trying some of these at home. These boards aren't erasing very well for me. Yeah, I just grabbed these one day when I only had a few quick minutes to get into school because that's all we were allowed. So you have to excuse, I'll have to work on these boards and see if they can erase better. I'll use a different color. So now I'm going to try 2 and 5, 6 plus 1 and 3, 6. Okay, so I'm going to be making, so here we have 2 and 5, 6. So I'm going to make 2 holes, and they're not perfect measurements. Okay, so 2 and 5, 6, so I would have to color in all of these pieces. That's a hole. And then all of these pieces is another hole. And then only 5 of these pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that piece would be left over. So that's 2 and 5, 6. And of course this would be 1 hole. So all of these would get colored in. And then 3, 6 would look like that. 1, 2, 3. So 1 and 3, 6. So now my whole numbers are 1, 2, 3. So 3 whole, we can call them pizzas, 3 whole pizzas. But then I have 5, 6 here and 3, 6 here. So to make that one a whole, I'm going to take one of these pieces, I'll take that one and put it over here. So now that's a whole. And what do I have left over? Those 2 pieces. So I've got to add a whole to this. So now I have 4, and those last 2 pieces would be 2 fourths, which I could change that to 4 and 1/2. All right? How much time do we have? Okay. So let's try one more. Let's see if this board erases any better. A little bit better. Okay. All right. So this time we're going to try. Oh, you guys up for a challenge? All right. You guys are always up for a good challenge. So let's try 5 and 4 tenths. That's going to be fun to draw, isn't it? Plus 3 and 6 tenths. All right. So here we have, lost my screen. So here we have 5 and 4 tenths plus 3 and 6 tenths. Let's see if we can do it without drawing all the pizzas. Okay, so right away we have our whole number, 5, and another whole number, 3. So we can say 5 plus 3 is 8. Okay, so that's our whole numbers. Now we're going to add 4 tenths plus 6 tenths. Well, we can add the numerators. 4 plus 6 we know is 10. And then, of course, the denominator stays the same. Oh, look, 10 tenths. What do we know 10 tenths is? 1 whole. So we can add that 1 whole to the 8, and now we have 9. That was fairly easy, wasn't it? All right, let's try another one. Let's try one more and see if we got it. All right, I'm going to go back to the blue one because I think that one's easier. Markers down. All right, let's try 7 and 2 6 plus 8 and 5 6. Okay, so we have the whole number 7 plus 8. Well, we know that's 15. And then we have the fraction, 2 6 plus 5 6. Well, 2 plus 5 is 7. And then, of course, the denominator stays the same. But we have an improper fraction, 7 6. So remember, 6 6 is 1 whole. So we're going to take 6 6 of that, and we're going to add it to 15. So now we have 16 whole, and we took 6 6 from that, so now we have 1 6 left over. So 15 and 7 6 is 16 and 1 6. Because we remember 6, 6 is a whole. So we added that whole to the 15 and got 16. And then what was left from the 6, 6? 1, 6 was left over. All right. Remember, you can always go back and check it by saying the whole number times the denominator, add the numerator, and then you should come back to that. All right. Let's try another one. Let's see if this other one. Oops. Let's try 3 and 5 twelfths plus 2 and let's go 8 twelfths. All right. So let's add the whole numbers. 3 plus 2 is 5 wholes. And then we have 5 twelfths plus 8 twelfths. Well, if we add the numerator, 5 plus 8, we know is 13. And then, of course, the denominator stays the same. So again, we have an improper fraction. So how do we make this into one whole? Well, remember, any number over itself. So that would be 12 twelfths would make one whole. So we can add that one whole to the whole number, which would make that a 6 now, because 12 twelfths is a whole. So now 12 twelfths, what do we have left after we take the 12 twelfths off? We have 1 twelfth, because 12, 13. So we have 1 twelfth, 6 and 1 twelfth. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to look at the assignment that I gave you, and I'm just getting my laptop back up and running here. So I want you to look at the assignment I gave you and give it a try. See if you can do it. Do the ones you can, and then look at the ones you can and submit it onto the computer, onto the Google Classroom site, and then I'll see who's getting it and who isn't, and if we need to spend more time on this. Okay? All right. The next time we're going to do subtracting of mixed numbers. It's kind of the same process, only now you're subtracting. So, not a big deal, and we will get through this. All right. So, check out the assignment, give it a try, and like I said, I've added some other things. There's another fun assignment for you to do. There is writing, which it's actually writing and reading combined, has to do with poetry, and you'll have to go on the EPIC site to find the poetry, and it tells you all this under the writing assignment, what pages of EPIC to look for. And then there are 2 poems for you to write this week. And then remember the science, I think it is science or social studies, is due this Friday. Okay? So have a good day, and I look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday, although I'll do the read aloud for this afternoon as well. All right, enjoy the day.